Hello, my name is David. I am 42 years old. I live with my wife and our two children. My wife's name is Emma. She is 40 years old. We have been married for 15 years. When we first got married, I felt very lucky. Emma was sweet and gentle. She had a warm smile every day, and she spoke kind words to me. I wanted to build a safe and happy home with her. In those early years, I felt strong and full of hope. 3 years after our wedding, our first child was born. She was a little girl, and we named her Anna. She had big eyes and a soft laugh. From the start, she loved to draw, sing, and tell little stories. 2 years later, our second child came into the world. He was a boy, and we named him Mark. He was active and funny. He liked to run in the park, kick a ball, and play games. Our children brought so much joy to our home. When I looked at them, I felt proud. I thought, this is my family, and I must protect it. In the beginning, life was simple, but full of love. I worked at an office, and I wanted to give my family everything they needed. Emma stayed at home with the children. She cooked warm meals every day, cleaned the house, and taught Anna and Mark new words and songs. Sometimes I came home in the evening, and I heard Emma reading stories to them. Their small voices filled the house with laughter. Those moments made me happy. Our home felt safe, bright, and full of love. On weekends, we often went outside together. Sometimes we walked to the park. Sometimes we had a picnic near the lake. Emma made sandwiches and juice, and the children played with a ball or picked flowers. I remember one afternoon when Anna ran to me with a flower in her hand. She said, "Daddy, this is for you." I smiled and put the flower in my pocket. Small moments like that were big treasures for me. They made me believe that family is the most important gift in life. At night, when the children were asleep, Emma and I sat together. We drank tea and talked about our dreams. We spoke about the future, about traveling one day, about seeing the ocean or the mountains. I felt close to her, and I thought nothing could break us. I promised myself that I would always care for Emma and our children. I believed that love would always stay strong if we stayed kind and true to each other. In those years, I felt like the happiest man in the world. But life does not always stay the same. After many years, I started to feel tired. I worked long hours. I spent less time at home. When Emma asked me to talk, I often said, "I am busy." I did not see that she was lonely. I did not see her pain. Instead of giving more love to my family, I looked for attention somewhere else. This was the start of my mistake. At my office, I met a woman named Julia. She was kind and smiled when I spoke. She asked simple questions like, "How are you?" or "Did you have lunch?" At first, I thought it was nothing. It felt good to be heard, so I talked more and more. Slowly, I started to enjoy her words more than Emma's. I forgot the promise I made to my wife many years ago. I began to send Julia messages, and we met outside of work. We talked about life, about dreams, about little things. I knew in my heart it was wrong, but I did not stop. I told myself, it is just friendship, but deep inside, I knew it was more. One evening, Emma found a message on my phone. It was short, but it said too much. She looked at me and asked, "Who is Julia?" My heart started to beat fast. My face was red. I said, "She is just a friend." But Emma's eyes were full of tears. She cried and said, "You broke my heart." In that moment, I felt like I was falling. I saw her pain, and I hated myself. I wanted to speak, but no words came. My children came into the room and saw their mother cry. They looked at me with fear. That was the lowest point of my life. After that night, everything in the house changed. Emma did not smile. The children were quiet. I sat at the table, but no one looked at me. I felt like a stranger in my own home. I wanted to say sorry, but sorry felt too small. I walked in circles in my mind. I thought, why did I do this? Why did I hurt the person who loved me the most? I could not sleep. I could not eat. My heart was heavy with guilt. I looked at my children and I felt I had failed them too. A father should protect his family, not break it. I felt ashamed, but I also felt lost. Julia was not the answer. I thought she gave me care, but it was only a shadow. Real love was at home with Emma and the children. I wanted to go back to that love, but I did not know if it was too late. I started to see how one mistake can break many hearts. I learned that lies are easy, but they bring pain. I wanted to fix my mistake, but I did not know if Emma would ever trust me again. Still, inside me there was a small hope. I said to myself, I must try. I must fight for my family, even if it is hard. After that night, Emma and I talked many times. At first, her words were sharp. She asked me again and again, "Why did you do this?" I looked at her and said, "Because I was weak. I was foolish. I wanted care, but I looked in the wrong place." I spoke slowly, and I did not hide my shame. Emma cried, but she listened. I told her, "I still love you. I want to be better. I want to be a good husband and a good father again." Her eyes were full of pain, but I saw a small light of hope. Day by day, I tried to change. I came home early from work. I helped Emma cook dinner and clean the dishes. I read stories to Anna and played ball with Mark. I wanted my children to see that their father could be strong again. At first, Emma did not smile. She was careful, she said little, but I did not stop. I said to myself, love is not only words. Love is action. Show her. So I gave her small flowers, I made her tea, I asked, "How do you feel today?" Simple things, but they were real. Slowly I saw Emma's eyes grow softer. One evening we sat on the porch after dinner. The sky was quiet. The stars were bright. I said to Emma, "I know I hurt you. I know I broke your trust, but please give me one more chance." Emma looked at me for a long time. She said, "I will try, but my heart needs time." I nodded. I knew I must be patient. Trust is like a glass. When it breaks, it takes time to fix. Weeks passed, and life at home started to feel lighter. Emma still had moments of doubt, but she also had moments of care. She let me sit next to her again. She laughed when Mark told a funny story. She held my hand when Anna sang a song. I saw that our family was not lost. It was hurt, but it could heal. I also learned to forgive myself. I looked in the mirror and said, David, you made a mistake, but you are not only your mistake. You can change. You can love again. These words gave me strength. I began to write small notes to Emma, notes that said, "Thank you for staying," or "You are important." She kept them in a box. One day she showed me the box and said, "I keep these because they make me feel hope." That moment filled my heart with joy. Now, I live one day at a time. I tell myself, be kind today, be honest today, show love today. I do not know the future, but I want to fight for my family. I want Anna and Mark to see that even when people make mistakes, they can change. They can be strong again. They can bring love back to life. That is my dream, and that is my hope. Thank you for watching this story. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more English stories and lessons. See you next time.